What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Felix Verdejo. Felix Verdejo has won his last fight by defeating Manuel Rojas in 10 rounds. It was a unanimous decision, so hands down, he beat his last opponent. Of course, we know that Felix Verdejo took his first loss in 2018 by Antonio Lozada Jr., and that was a huge upset. But I think it was just poor matchmaking, and they underestimated their opponent. And since then, he's only fought 3 times, okay? Right after that, he fought a guy named Yardley Armenta Cruz, which he knocked out in 2 rounds. And then he fought a guy named Brian Mendez. And Brian Mendez, he went another 10 rounds with. Then he suffered a bad motorcycle accident, people. And then he was out for 273 days. So this is the first time he's been back to the sport since that crucial motorcycle accident. You know, so that was a totally different mentality. You know, you suffered your first loss, then you got on a bike, then you had a motorcycle accident. So it was a lot of things and a lot of hurdles that he had to overcome coming back to the sport of boxing. And he has decided to go with Ismael Salas. Okay, Ismael Salas, of course, is the famous Cuban trainer that Anthony Joshua reached out to in preparation of his rematch with Andy Ruiz. Okay, so he's dealing and training the Puerto Rican fighter right now, and he has admitted that it's a lot of things that he needs to work on. You know, what I see apparent is that when he went 10 rounds with Brian Cruz is a very tough fighter, okay? And I noticed after the loss from Lozada Jr., he's tentative to engage, okay? Just like he was with fighting Mr. Rojas, Manuel Rojas. You know, he was another tough fighter from out of Dallas, and he didn't back down. So the question is, I think the confidence has to be built. I think that Verdejo has the skills, but I think mentally, he lacks the confidence to want to take these guys out, to explode the openings that he knew how to do, which he was getting famous or known for, you know, to beat these type of guys. And it reminds me of Adrian Broner when he took his first loss. Okay, he was never the same fighter. When he lost to the Argentina fighter El Chino Maidana, you know, he was never the same fighter. And I think what it is, what they're missing with Felix Verdejo, me counterpunching Verdejo for a second, you know, he was labeled, or he was supposed to have been following the footsteps of Tito Trinidad and Miguel Cotto, right? Those guys are legends in the Puerto Rican sport of boxing, okay? And it was a lot of pressure on him since he did get knocked out. He don't have the confidence, and I think the one major reason he doesn't, he's fought 3 times since then. He needs a rematch with Lozada Jr., okay? And Lozada Jr. since then has been beat by Pedraza, okay? So he needs that rematch to get that confidence builder back so he can go on with his career, because that's just a thorn in his side at this point, okay? Just like Canelo never got that rematch with Mayweather. So all he wants is a Mayweather rematch. And he's, you know, Mayweather's in his 40s. But that just goes to show you that these fighters never really get over a defeat until they get an opportunity to redeem themselves. Okay, so Felix Verdejo with Ismael Salas, you know, needs that rematch, and they need to get that particular fight back going so Felix Verdejo can overcome that defeat. Okay, he needs a chance to redeem himself. You know what I mean? But it was an impressive fight, but he did fight tentative. He did fight unlike the Felix Verdejo that we known, but we have to take in consideration that he did get in a motorcycle accident. So a lot of things mentally is not all the way up there. Again, he needs to work on that confidence. He needs that rematch, but he did have the win. This is his 3rd fight since that loss. So he has won since then. So he hasn't been, you know, falling from grace. He just has a lot of trials and tribulations to overcome. So that's my counterpunch on Felix Verdejo. You guys tell me what you think about this once beaten champion or once beaten fighter. Please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.